Welcome to Geek Aid, the show where three of the world's top, most smartest experts educate you on the happenings of the world and answer your gaming and nerd culture questions. My name is Saucy Mailman, and I am the lead sound designer for Mother Nature.
My
And
name's
you need an Academy Award for that, just by the way, because you're so good at it.
You
I'm
really
very good
messed
at
up my intro, dude. I was like zoned in. Rod, I'm gonna fire you soon.
Damn it, Rod.
Where's the box of
I think we
tissues?
just
You
need
gotta
a
replace me.
we just need I love how there's still tissues in there, dude. That's crazy.
It's just for bird poop, so I don't use them that often.
And
well,
fizz.
I was gonna say it's near
Oh
your
no, that's the
computer
other box.
when
That gets replaced every day.
that's your crusty old towel. It's like this
Yeah.
towel just cracked in half somehow.
Yeah, it's Shatter Towel. All right, hey Geeksay, let's get you a proper intro.
My name's Geeksay, and this week Rod Johnston wrote for me. My name is Geeksay, and I bedazzle Canadian Mountie uniforms.
They want to stand out because they're all the same red thing. So they come to Geeksay because they want to be individuals while being part of the team.
Everyone needs to be an individual. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And my name is Rod, and I'm
Saucy, that was so good what you were saying the other time.
Whatever. You can't fluster me, motherfucker. You can't fluster me. I give exactly zero shit.
Unflusterable.
Yeah.
Zero.
Okay.
My
sorry,
name's
go,
Rod,
go.
and I'm unflusterable.
Okay, go, Rod.
Oh,
Go.
no, that's not true because I'm very
unfuckwittable.
flusterable. Unfuckwittable?
Unfuckwittable.
My name is Rod, and I'm a Mattel hoverboard tester. So I mean, like, Mattel makes these great hoverboards, and I have to test them, and I fall on my face a lot. You can see I'm wounded right now. Look at these battle wounds on my elbow from Mattel hoverboard testing. I'm not very good at it, but they pay me a lot of money. So
that's
now
now when you say a lot of money, are you talking like $4 an hour?
it's like $3.72 an hour.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's really good though.
That translates to like $300 an hour Canadian.
Those benefits are just. I mean, I get a free hoverboard every week.
That's pretty good, and then you can sell that. Are you drinking out of a soup bowl?
No, I'm drinking
is it?
coffee out of a Iron Man coffee mug.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a
Why is
okay.
it chipped? You chipped it. Why is it chipped? Can you tell me the
'Cause
story?
I think it came like that. I don't.
No,
fucking
it
know.
did
It's
not.
like actually
No.
it chipped a
No,
bunch.
I don't think. You know what? It just kind of came like this.
Yeah, it just happened that way.
Yeah.
It was on.
stuff
It was on
happens.
the clearance rack at like Hot Topics. So I mean,
Maybe it
there's a
did then.
reason why it
Maybe
was
it
on
did.
the.
No,
How cheap was
I'm
it?
not-
How cheap
I'm
was
not
it?
believing it.
It was like $4 or some shit. I don't know. He's pretty cool though. I have a whole bunch of them, but this one is like, I just picked it out this morning.
Do you ever try
I don't
to
know
barter?
why he's.
Do you ever try to barter when you're out? I love bartering.
Sometimes, yeah, depending on
Yeah.
where I'm at.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love bartering. Let's see
I
how
couldn't
cheap I can get
barter
this.
Anything like there's something weird with me that like I feel like awkward doing something like that. Like I'm like these people are doing. I even like car shit. I'm like when you buy a car, you're supposed to like haggle them, and I'm not even good at that.
It's because
I'm
no
just
one
like,
takes you
I do it all the
serious. No one
time.
takes you serious. Everyone's like, "Shut up, Rod. It's an extra $1
mean,
now."
Have you seen my face? Of course, no one takes me serious. I mean,
because you
two
do
don't
it bad. You're like, I'll buy this Honda Civic, but you got to give me one of those paper cups in the lobby. Like, sure, I guess. Why not? No, I do that shit everywhere. Honestly, like I do it at like Best Buy and stuff. I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I'll buy the set of speakers, but maybe you should give me half price on this like stylus for my iPad. Just like just random shit.
And they
Sometimes
just-
it works.
When was the last time that worked? I want an example of when that worked.
I mean, I bought buy one get one free car. So,
What?
Yeah, you buy a car, you just get one for free.
Bogo.
What the fuck are you talking about? I remember
well-
Kia doing that back in the day.
Did they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kia used to do that. That was like their thing when they came out in America, at least. I don't mean they probably didn't give them out in Canadian, but because there's not enough money.
Whoa, I
to be
didn't know
made
they
in
did
Canada.
that. I didn't know they
Yeah,
did
they
that.
did that too. They're like, if you buy it was like their big truck, you got one of their shitty little cars for free.
Yeah, like Kia gave you their like the bottom of the line car that had like barely had like manual in it and like
Like the big
didn't
thing was air conditioning in it. It's like
it
we
didn't
have
even
air
have air
conditioning.
conditioning. No, that shit didn't even have air conditioning. This was like $1.93 car made in Mexico, but
That would have been a
No, I
good
did
time to
that.
try to find a car. Anyways, go on. Sorry.
No, when I was buying, when I was putting together the stream PC I have right now, I went to Micro Center to get everything because I love Micro Center.
Mhm.
Do you have Micro Center?
No, we don't.
Over
What's
yonder?
Micro Center? What's Micro Center?
It's
They
like
sell
a
computer
big
parts.
ass like
Yeah.
Oh, really?
giant warehouse, and it's just computer parts and stuff. It's like if Newegg was a like physical store you
So
could go to.
you oh really? You can go into this and it's just a big warehouse. It's like almost like
Yeah.
a Costco of parts. That
Yep,
is just
it's exactly
It-
that. It's
It's the least organized store you will ever go into in your
Yep.
entire life. There's just like
really.
metal shelves with parts on them, and
Yeah.
they have them in general like sections. So it's like, I've been in there once. That's
and
all
it's
I've ever
and
been.
it smells like depression and bo.
Oh god, dude, it is a suicide hotline like commercial waiting to happen. It is just like every fat geek you've ever seen in your entire life running around there. And I'm not trying to be mean. It's just kind of what happens when I've been in there one time.
Yeah, it's great. It's super rad. But I was
I
was
would love
buying
to be in
all the
there.
parts for my computer. So I had like new i7. It was right when the GTX
Why
10
wait?
series came
Why?
out.
Yeah. Why did you get an i7 instead of getting a Ryzen?
They weren't out.
Oh, gotcha.
There weren't Ryzens at the time.
Yeah.
So this was it's the i7 5920K
Mhm.
or 5930 or something. But anyways, I'm getting all this shit, and it's like $1,700 or so, and I'm like, you know what? I'm getting all this stuff. Is there any way, like, instead of like the 16 gig, kit of RAM, could I get a 32 gig? And they did.
Well, that's nice.
1,000%. So they just bumped it up to 32
Well,
for me.
It's crazy. Like I have a good friend that is like the general manager of a big electronics store here. And I
Mhm.
always go see him when I need stuff. I'm just like, hey, I want this.
Yeah.
Like, what's the price on it? There's certain things that, like, it's mostly like keyboards and mice and stuff like that. Like all
Accessories,
all especially like cell phone covers. I know, like sometimes they're like $40, and you're like, what can I get this for? Here's $15 for it.
Dude,
Yeah.
It's like
Dude.
crazy.
I worked at Best Buy when I was in high school. All that shit is all it is markup. Like you can like HDMI cables that are like $20.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when I had a Best Buy employee discount, it was like 13 cents. I'm not even kidding
Yeah.
you. It
No.
is
Yeah.
pure markup.
But
Yeah, I
that's
used to work at
because
Best Buy in high
that's where
school,
they
too.
like. That's the thing, is they make their money off of that stuff, because like when I got these two monitors that are really nice BenQs, like really nice, and I was like, okay, what can I get these for? These are like, a lot of money. And he's like, I can give you $2 off of them. I was like, holy shit, because they don't make money off this stuff. They make money off of selling you the HDMI cables and the cell phone covers and all that shit, right?
Yep.
And like replacement plans and all
Yeah,
that.
they get a
yeah.
lot of money on that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, because that the automatic plan, like the how the universe works, at least for me, if I buy a replacement plan for anything, it's guaranteed never to break. And like if I don't, like the day after I buy it, like the warranty wears out, the shit breaks. And I'm like,
Do you guys recommend buying the replacement plan?
no.
No.
It depends on the thing. Like, I did it on like I bought one of the iPads not long ago. I always get the warranty on those just because if you break it, it's like $20 to replace the entire iPad. So for something like a phone or an iPad that I'm carrying it with
Yeah.
me everywhere, I think it's worth it.
I pay for like insurance on my cell phones every month on Verizon. That's because like if you don't have a cell phone now, you're like a caveman, like in modern America. You're like
Everyone has a cell phone. Everyone
What-
has a cell phone.
What's that?
I wish you had a flip phone.
Saucy, I've been in your stream before. This is you half the time.
I'm
Looking-
taking selfies. I'm like, hey,
Going on the
just doing
gram.
a stream
Going on
here.
the gram.
Yeah. Every time. Oh, guys, hold on. And then I take a selfie with my viewers. I'm like, hey. No, well, some of those replacement plans are bullshit. Like, so I was just telling Rod and Geek say right before the stream so the other day I had the day off and I was like, you know what? I'm going to edit some highlights. I'm going to actually be like a professional at what I do. And so I go and start editing video, and my right speaker, my computer speakers, it just blows up and like stops working. So I go to my local electronics store. I buy a new set of speakers. I get these Logitech speakers. So the speakers themselves, they were like $100. And then they're like, do you want to get the replacement plan on it? I'm like, how much is it? It was $40.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, for $40, if my shit breaks, like, I'm good. I'll just get another one. Like, if it was like $5, maybe. But if $40, I'm like, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm good on this one.
Wait. It's weird that you even have speakers, though.
I love speakers. When I I
Really?
don't like using headphones when I'm just by myself, like chilling. I don't know
Really?
why. Yeah,
Oh,
I
interesting.
use headphones when I'm streaming. I don't know.
I started using like big ones when I'm doing editing and stuff like that. I like that.
That was. This looks like Geek says like the voices. They won't get out of my head. They must leave my head. They won't leave me alone.
It's true though.
I'm
It's
being
true.
haunted.
In Canada, we're all haunted
Yeah, no,
by
I
Tim
heard
Hortons.
that. No, I love speakers. I like to just like blast loud sounds and just like chill and hang out. I think I also like to be able to like spatial awareness to just like see what's going on. I don't know.
That's because you love your ARTMSCF fizzle, whatever that shit is that you won't shut up about. Your
What?
Your crinkly bags and shit like that.
ARSM.
Can you one more time? What was that called?
ARSM TKDWSLP. Fuck you guys.
Dude, you got so triggered when we did the ASMR moment on my stream.
Dude, that shit fucking aggravates the living shit out of me. It is. There's something like it irritates me on a level I can't fucking describe.
I thought it was funny.
I mean, I know you did. You were giggling.
He's
like
carving
a
out.
schoolgirl.
He's carving out a niche in the Hearthstone community right now. ASMR
Yeah.
Hearthstone.
And when we're opening packs, I actually just like have like a magic booster pack and I open it up so you can get the sound. It's like
No,
This is
you're
funny.
this is every pack for Saucy when he opens packs in the stream. Legendary. Every other fucking pack he had one, fucker.
Yeah, that happened a couple days ago, and I forgot who it was. They were trolling me because I got like a couple packs for fun. Like, oh, have fun getting your no cards. As the first pack was a legendary. I'm like, yeah, suck shit.
Ah, you son of a
So
bitch.
many of those salty people, eh? Nice pack opening. Let's see you get shit and dust, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna have a bad day because I'm having a bad day. Sorry, never have a bad day. Never. How were your
Every day.
guys' weeks? Were things good for you this week?
I turned old on Friday.
Oh yeah, it was Rod's birthday just happened.
I turned
How old did you
35.
turn?
and
35,
I'm an old
eh?
man. I'm an old man.
He's lying. He's 45.
I am.
Still can't grow a
I am
beard.
932, which is 12 in Canadian.
What did you do on your birthday, brother?
I went out to lunch, hung out with the wife, and then we had a party yesterday at my buddy and my co-host on my tier 5. We went over there and grilled and hung out with some friends and just had fun. They
Nice.
bought me my Rodzilla book.
Yeah,
So I got a children's book for my birthday.
That's awesome.
which is good. You got some good T-shirts.
Yeah, I did. I got my Lucifer shirt that I'm wearing.
That's the shirt you're wearing, right?
Let's see it.
Yep, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's,
Can you?
Oh,
Hey,
that's
Geek,
cool.
can you
That's really
describe
cool.
it for our audio
So
listeners?
it's a kitty in black and white, and on its forehead is a big star. What kind of star is that? The
Pentagram.
satanic? Yeah. Okay.
It's a
There you go.
pentagram, and it says Lucifer bottom.
Oh, at the bottom, I didn't see that. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good
couldn't
shirt.
stand up that far.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
worries.
I enjoy it.
What
so.
What did you do, Saucer?
I had a pretty good week. I could not go to Rod's birthday party, and he was mad at me about it. Because I was
hate Saucy now.
I was casting the Into the Wild Hearthstone tournament yesterday, which was a lot of fun.
Nice.
It went pretty well for just like the first time you're doing anything, because I was running the stream and like we didn't practice it beforehand and we just went for it, but nothing broke. Like
That's awesome.
everything worked, and like I created like a stream deck setup for it, and things worked, and it was great. But it was a good time. It was a really good time.
I did that. I had ran a match this week also because I'm also doing this, and my problem was I ended up my audio levels. I was too loud, and it's like you end up having this thing because we have to do this with a 5-minute delay, and so you're doing it for 5 minutes, and then they yell at you, and
And then like, yeah, your stuff's broke.
and I'm like, oh, okay, and so I fixed it, but then it doesn't fix for 5 minutes. So yeah,
That doesn't sound believable though. You being too loud.
I mean, never would I be too loud. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What about you, Geek? Say anything crazy this week? Anything cool?
What did I do? I worked. I got a crown put on my tooth. I needed to do that.
That's
So
fun.
that sucks.
And shit your pants while you were doing it because you were a scared little bitch.
I don't like the dentist. I really
Oh,
I have a really big fear of the
scared of you,
dentist. Oh no, I did. No. It's true though. I did shit my pants. I have a
know.
big fear of the dentist. And you know, I've been just, you know, right now I've been just a little burnt out from Hearthstone at the moment. So I've been playing other games. And I've been playing Warframe a lot, so I'm really enjoying Warframe. Like it's
I
another
don't
free to play game, and I really enjoy it.
I don't understand that game. Like I watch people play it and it looks like insanity. Like it looks it looks like the Matrix. Like you're running around and
Yeah,
jumping around
it's
like
Space
crazy
Ninjas. You're a
people.
Space Ninja. Like what? Like how
But
is Space
is it
Ninjas not good?
is it multiplayer? Is it
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
or like I know you can like be against other people. I don't know. I've never
It's
played the
so
damn game.
so there is a PvP aspect if you want there to be, but that's not
Okay.
like only 1% of the people play it apparently.
Oh,
So what
okay.
it is it's just like PvE. Like so it's just like you and your buddies against monsters. And what I really like about that is I really like a game right now where I'm not competing. Yeah, I mean, it's not me against someone or me and a team against another team. It's like, you know what? We're all on one team. We're just killing bad guys. It's fun. What I really also like about it, you know, what I really missed is like the community aspect of like talking to people while streaming. Like I also did a co-stream with Papa Jason earlier this week on Hearthstone, and that was a lot of fun, man. You know, like that was a whole lot of fun because a lot of times when you're streaming Hearthstone, playing Hearthstone, you're by yourself. You're just kind of
it gets lonely.
It does, and with games like Warframe and co-streaming, like talking to someone and just you kind of just it's so much fun. I really want to do more co-streams on Hearthstone. I think that was a blast.
Well, I've wanted to try Warframe, so maybe we'll have to try where you teach me how to play that game.
Ooh, yes, I will teach
Because I've been
you.
playing, because I don't know, I've been playing some Prey. I started playing that, and I've also picked up Path of Exile because I've been wanting to play Diablo. After our
Yeah.
last podcast, we were talking about Diablo for Switch, but I didn't want to play Diablo 3 again because I'm probably gonna buy a Switch when Diablo 3 comes out for it.
You should try Warframe because I think you're like me that the games I really enjoy are those loot based. I get this new weapon and this little endorphin kicks into my brain and I'm like, it's a lottery.
I like cool shiny new shit.
Yeah, so Warframe's all about that, and it's free to play. You really don't ever need to really spend money at all.
Can't afford it.
And I also like that they're a Canadian company. I'm really enjoying that they're from Canada.
Well, let's move on because that's
Okay.
gonna nail
That's
it.
like a you're so poor you can't afford a free to play game joke. Like a your mama joke. You're so poor you can't afford free to play, motherfucker.
Ooh, are there like are there real life rewards that you get? So let's say like you progress to a level in Warframe. Do they send you Old Dutch ketchup chips?
Oh man, I wish they did.
I
wish they did.
That's what I want.
Yeah, no, I have to send you. If you guys want Old Dutch, let me know and I'll send you guys a box or two.
That's my favorite. One of my favorite things in the entire world.
Is it ketchup? Do you like ketchup chip? The
ketchup chips are my favorite.
I've never eaten a ketchup chip. I swear to God.
Oh, it's so good, dog.
Old Dutch ketchup chips are unreal.
It's the best thing. We'll have to see because it's gonna be like $1,000 to ship them. The chips are like $1.
It's like I don't know. I don't know.
We'll have to calculate this.
Yeah, I can do that. I can figure it.
I'll PayPal you some cash.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Well, we have a lot of shit to talk about this week. Some things happened in the news. What do we want to talk about? Actually, I want to talk about this first. So, because this is something that actually affected me this week, and I was very angry the other day. So, we talked about net neutrality. It was last week or the week before, because it's a thing, and we're starting to see more things trickle through in the United States with the whole net neutrality bullshit. But it just happened. What is this? The other day or earlier in the week, there were attorneys that represented 22 U.S. states that have filed to get net neutrality restored to how it was before the overturning and all that. And it's kind of a big deal here because just this last week, it literally happened 2 or 3 days ago. I got hit with Comcast is my internet provider who I adore and love very much. Sarcasm. So my Comcast bill is going to go up $50 a month now because I need their unlimited data because after all of the net neutrality, everything, they added data caps to their internet plans here, which they didn't have before because they couldn't do. So now there's a data cap on our home internet. And so since we run 2 streams at my house, we go over our data cap every month. So they basically, a representative contacted me and said, you can either pay, it's like $10 for every extra like 10 gigabytes or something of data, or $50 for our unlimited. So my internet bill just went up to like 150 a month.
Oh, fuck, man. This is the major problem with this in the United States, and I don't know about Canada. These motherfuckers can do this, and this is the big problem because there isn't fucking competition. So Saucy's options are Comcast or uh like CenturyLink dial-up. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's their
you're
shitty DSL.
DSL, which I use DSL and I'm actually pretty good with it, but the fact that you don't have options to do anything else,
Yeah.
it's it's like healthcare, man. It's these companies do this shit because they don't have fucking competition to deal with. And the fact that they're doing this and they're like, yeah, we're gonna data cap you and all this shit. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the first step to them then charging you more to watch Netflix,
Yep.
which is going to happen.
I'm actually really shocked that it happened to you guys so fast. Like
Yeah,
I thought
dude.
I thought it was going to take time for them to like really squeeze on it, but it took like a
No.
month. Like it's
Yeah. It
like
was
that's-
like literally instantaneous that Comcast just like
wow.
suddenly there was a data cap, and they didn't tell anyone about it at first. They were just sending out notices. Like we
Oh.
got a notice that said, "Hey, you went over," because it's a 1 terabyte data cap for consumer internet. And they're like, "Here, you went over your data cap this month." I'm like, "The fuck? What data cap are you talking about?" They're like,
Did
"Oh
they
yeah,
send you
we'll give
did
you
you
a grace
s-
period."
Yeah, I was going to say did they send you like it's a warning now? It's
Yep,
just
they
like a
give you
first
like
warning.
a 1 month or a 2 month grace period, and then they just bill you. So then, like your next month, it's just like, oh yeah, here's an extra $20 because you needed 20 more gigs of data or whatever.
And I mean, this is a thing that we're kind of used to it. In fact, like cell phones are like that now, right? Like
Mhm.
I recently like got actual cell phone reception at my work, so I'm download stream stuff on my phone, and I was going over every month, and I just said finally had to go fuck it, and I have to use unlimited data now because I use my cell phone so much when I'm not at my house that I go through this shit like 8 gigs or whatever they were like in
Yeah.
like 2 weeks. I go through 8 gigs, just all the time, and so now I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna download as much shit on my cell phone as I can, but this is like why it's happening really, Geek say, is because these are guys are like they're not sure how much longer this shit's going to stay in because everybody in this country hates Donald Trump so badly that he might not get elected for a second term, and that's the scary part is you say he might not get elected for a second term, but they're saying as soon as someone else comes in, they're probably it's going to be this is the kind of shit that people are going to run against dumbass Trump against in the next election. So they're like, oh, let's make as much profit out of this as we can. And Comcast is legitimately one of the shittiest companies you will ever deal with. Like
They're
I have
so
never
trash.
there's
How
they
is
are
there only Comcast? How like there's so many people I talk to in the States that are like Comcast is the worst. I'm like, why don't you guys go to another provider? There are no another internet
There are-
providers. And I'm like, how is there no other internet providers? Like right now I can go to like probably 4.
because that's the problem with this fucking country. These fucking companies split up territories because they go, well, we're going to make more money if we don't compete with each other. So they
Yep.
get fucking chunks of area, and then they go like, that's like why this shit happened in New York with the fucking that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
With
They
Spectrum.
Yeah, Spectrum. They don't fucking compete. I was at my parents' house a couple weeks ago in Ohio. They have Spectrum. The internet saying it sucked dirty donkey testicles is an understatement. The shit was so fucking bad that I could barely fucking watch a Twitch stream if I could at all.
Mhm.
And that was the week that the fucking Hearthstone expansion came out. And I'm just like, fuck this. And I'm using my fucking LTE and my iPhone was better with Verizon
Wow,
than the
that's
fucking.
so depressing.
That's how bad it is. And so the fucking reason why everyone got so fucking up in arms about this shit is because if there were options, if you can compete and you go, okay, fuck you, Comcast, I'm gonna go to fucking Time Warner or it's
Yeah, just
that's what
anyone.
it's expect-
Literally anyone.
if you had options and competition, this shit wouldn't happen. But
Yeah.
this country doesn't do that because it's the same thing with our healthcare. That's why our healthcare is so fucking shitty in this fucking country because we don't have competition. You go and you have these areas in the country where like, oh, this is this health coverage or this healthcare provider, and then so you're fucking wherever you're working. doesn't have any fucking options. So they pick the one that they could do. And you go, oh, guess what? You have no fucking options. And so guess what? You get fucked because it's like either you do this or you don't have it at
Yeah.
all. And it's the same thing with internet. And it's fucking shit on a fucking it makes me so
it seems
angry.
like Elon Musk should make his own internet. You know what I mean? Like Elon, that's something that Elon Musk should do, man. Like definitely do something with the internet. I thought Google Chrome was coming everywhere. I thought that was a big thing.
It was, and there are a lot of areas like Denver was starting to get it, and I think deploying the cable was costing them so much fucking money they stopped.
Or it was something with like because there are all the like legal issues with like the cable areas, so it might have been they weren't allowed in or something. Because that shit happens a lot. Because that's why like cable companies they own regions. So like the region I live here, because I'm in Colorado, down here in Colorado Springs, and it's owned by Comcast. They own the right to have cable here. So my two options are literally Comcast, or I can have CenturyLink, but the only speeds that are offered are like 12 megs down.
Yeah.
It's like 12 megs down and 1 up. And I'm like, can't really run a stream off that.
See, I luckily have like 100 down and like 30 up or something like that. So like CenturyLink works for me, but it's not an option everywhere because the problem with DSL is that it is limited by your phone lines. And if you have shitty phone lines in the area, you can't use it.
I just take my internet for granted then. I've got amazing internet, like unreal. I do pay a lot. I do pay, I think, $130 a month for it because of what I do.
I mean, I would pay whatever if I could just have.
I know. Well, it's like $80 American then for you guys. You know what I mean? And it's probably like 10 times better than what you guys have. So that's yeah. And
this is happening, like I said, this is happening in the near future. When this shit starts happening, this is the first fucking step. Next, and this is their end fucking goal is you have to do packages for your fucking internet.
I know. Yeah, like if you want to do watch Twitch, you have to have the Twitch package. If you want watch YouTube and Netflix videos, do you think it'll get like that? You actually think they'll be ballsy enough?
No, dude. What he's talking about now is the first fucking step, because then they're gonna get the people to pay that $50 a month, and then they're gonna be like, "Hey, guess what? Now you're getting that $50 a month. Hey, you're getting the basic internet package though."
That really fucks people in what I do. You know what I mean? Like in what all of us do is for Twitch. It really does mess up a lot of Americans, especially, you know, who I hate to say it, but it really does mess up a lot of the Fortnite streamers, because the Fortnite community, I'd say a good chunk of them are under 18, so they don't have a choice of like what they get to, like, Dad, you have to get this better package of the internet, right? So it would really affect a lot of streamers.
Well, even think about like, so because our podcast that we're doing right now, you can listen to an audio version, but we also have the video version on YouTube. And if people have to pay extra to go and see, you know, a podcast on YouTube, they're probably not going to do it. It's just bullshit.
So the major problem I've had, and it's a not funny thing at all, but like, so in this country, especially, the Republicans only care about rich people, and the Democrats only care about poor people. It's like ends up being what's there is. So everyone in the middle, like us, gets fucked. And it's like they're always like fighting for these middle things, and the Democrats are only fighting for the poor. I mean, that's their big thing. They're always fighting for the poor. Republicans are always only fighting for the rich. And so you're getting this shit happening because these guys are fighting for their interests and their interests alone. And you're sitting there, and like people in the middle are just like, now your internet is more, and now your healthcare is more, and now everything, because none of these motherfuckers are fighting for you. They're fighting for themselves in their own interests, and it's fucking us. I don't know, man.
My favorite quote in this whole article was, it says right here in the middle. So the brief that they sent for this lawsuit is, here's a quote: "The FCC just outright ignored a lot of evidence that internet providers, quote, aren't the honest lot that they claim to be." It's like, and it's true. Like some of the shit that we were seeing from it, where these cable companies and internet providers were like, "No, this is like what's best for, you know, progressing us as a nation and all this shit." We're like, what the hell? What do you know? It's progressing your pocketbook. Are you crazy?
Well, I just heard that they got caught in a lie when they were doing this. Did you guys hear about that? I can't
Yeah.
speak too much. Where they were saying that something got DDoS attacked when they were putting up petitions or something, and it got so overwhelmed it got taken down. But they were saying that it just got DDoS or whatever. And they got caught in a lie, and I don't think anything really is happening to them. Like, I don't think they might get a slap on the wrist or a fine lying to
nothing ever
Congress.
happens.
But
It's like, hey, you're gonna make $8 billion off of this. Here's a $25 million fine. Who
Ugh.
fucking cares, man? It's like going, hey, Saucy, you were a little bitch today, so
Yeah.
you have to pay a penny fine.
All right, I guess I can do that this time.
But you being a little bitch made you $100, but you have to pay a penny fine.
Oh, every time I'm a little bitch, I make $100. So you can tell how rich I am.
Oh man,
Well,
it's so frustrating because it's a ridiculous thing that I just said, but that's basically what's happening. It's like they're slapping their wrist, and that's not even a true statement. It's like it's such a minor thing for these people because it's these companies. It's making them so much money they don't give a fuck.
No, it's
So.
it's unreasonable. Here's some other. I want to talk about this too while we're kind of on the subject of just some changes happening. So we were talking about this a little bit before our podcast, but changes coming to Amazon Prime. So so there's a couple big changes coming, but one that it was just announced not this week that Amazon Prime is going to be ending the 20% Prime discount on video game pre-orders. And then there's also they're going to stop for people that have Twitch Prime through Amazon
Could we just?
Prime.
I just want to throw out a warning, quick though, guys.
Yeah.
We're usually not the saltiest stream like you're watching right now. It just seems like this week has been a lot of salt coming out.
Yeah.
So this is just a forewarning. A lot of more anger's coming, but let's talk about it.
That's an understatement of the fucking century. This is
I've
like
never been salty in my life. But also, yeah,
lies.
for Twitch Prime, they're getting rid of the no commercials with your Twitch Prime.
So basically,
let's talk about one at a time. Let's just talk about like the discount for video games. Let's quickly talk about that. Not quickly, but you know what I mean.
So this sucks, but I don't know how many people are still like ordering physical video games and like doing this. I feel like this is something that is dying, and they probably were like, we're not getting enough sales off this to make it matter. All my games are digital now. Like I
Yeah.
don't buy even on my PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. If I buy a game, I'm buying it digitally. I know there are like kids and other people, like parents, they buy whatever physical copies. I don't think that this is. I mean, I know it sucks, but this is like something that physical media is dying, and maybe it's like Amazon did this to try to save physical copies of games and get more people to buy them like that. But I don't think this is unexpected in the long term, right? Am I
Yeah.
crazy to say that?
I don't think so.
I think you are though. I think this. I think a lot of people were doing this. Like 20% off of a new video game is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And you have to think like some people. The cool thing about this was you'd get it day and date, right? So if you didn't mind, like a lot of us, like if I was gonna play Xbox and I don't mind having a disc, why not get 20% off? That's tax and more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to think that's quite a bit of money that they're losing out on, and it's day and date, so there's no downside, right? You might not get it at like 9 a.m., but it's not the end of the world. They are replacing this with a new $10 credit program, so you still do kind of get something, which is cool, but it's not as good as definitely 20%.
You have to spend it on other Amazon things. So
Yeah.
But that's fine. Come on, we get everything off Amazon, right? Like so much stuff off Amazon. But like what's 20% off a new game?
$700.
$12 most of the time.
Is it usually 12 or 13?
Oh, so a brand new game is usually
$60.
$59.99
Okay.
in this country. So that's like $12. That's
So they're giving you $10 credit towards your next game, which isn't too bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not the end of the world. It's still something. But I get it. You know, it's better when it was happening right then, right? Like instead of you having to do it like next time, it's good that it was this time.
it sucks. I wasn't taking away it sucks, but it's the whole thing where I said I don't think physical media is going to be a thing much longer. The only reason, and I'm being 100% honest, the only reason PlayStation and Microsoft haven't switched exclusively to fucking digital purchases is because they need places to sell their fucking hardware. It's the
Yeah.
only reason. They wait. It's way easier for them to fucking sell games digitally than it is to fucking physical copies. And they make higher profit margins by far because they don't have to ship shit. They don't have to fucking put it there. It sells when it sells, and it doesn't have to go out to a store and never fucking sell.
Well, who
So-
knows? I may have to start buying physical discs again now because I have a data cap on what I can download through my fucking internet.
That's true.
dude-
That's true.
But what is a physical copy anyways, dude? A physical copy is you go into the fucking store and then you're gonna have to download the fucking game off the internet anyways.
It's true.
No,
There's only
it's-
300
Yeah.
patches.
It's so fucking rare for you to get a game that is actually fucking on the goddamn disc. I still remember we go back to Diablo 3. Diablo 3 was the first time I ever bought one of these games, and I remember going, so I just bought a box with a download code.
Yeah.
It's like it's this shit where you don't get none of these games come without like huge patches. You're going to be downloading shit regardless. And I don't know, man.
Especially if it's like an MMO.
I have to quickly just say something here because I didn't see it. So it's a $10 credit with a pre-order, but only for select titles. The credit will take up to 35 days, it says here, and once activated, customers will only have 60 days to put the money towards a separate purchase on Amazon.
Yep.
So it's only $10. You only get the credit with on certain titles, and you have 60 days to use it on. I get it.
I mean, it's still better. It's still better for you to buy it like this than to go to fucking GameStop and do it. Like GameStop, you go in and they try to sell you fucking cell phone coverage and fucking pop Funkos.
Well, they have to make money, right? I get it. Like Amazon is killing the whole industry. Like, do you think malls will be around in 15 years?
Possibly not.
You know, like it's going to be tough. Like a lot of the main malls will still be there, of course, the big ones, but like do you think like smaller malls can survive? Because we all have, you know, in my city we have our main mall and then we have like a bunch of like little tiny malls everywhere. And
that's because you're in Canada and you sing songs about let's go to the mall. I mean, come on, let's go to the mall today.
I think what's gonna kill it is once we get Amazon same day delivery everywhere, like because so what happened the other day is my speakers blew up and I just needed speakers that day, so I went to it was Best Buy, and that's the only time I go there is when I need something that day. If
That's
I
a
can
good
wait
call.
2 days, it's Amazon.
Yeah, it was like I had a USB cable or something I needed the other day
Yeah.
because of something breaking. You're like, fuck, and you go to Best Buy and it's like I'll occasionally go in there and like look at games, or my wife wants to look at a movie or something like that. And I'm like, oh, I hate going. I feel bad every time. It doesn't feel as bad anymore because when Amazon started, like they started paying, you're paying a sales tax now. It's like less of a like thing because you're like, oh, I'm not even saving that money on sales tax and shit that I used to, but it's still like you're like, oh, I'm on my laptop at work, and you go, oh, I need this real quick, and you go, oh, okay, you buy it, and then you don't have to go anywhere and waste your fucking time and deal with humanity out in public, which is always a plus.
But it's still crazy when you look at like what you can get a USB cable for at Amazon.com.ca, and then you go to Best Buy and you're like, why is this $41?
Yeah.
You know,
It was literally like there was
$12.
it was like an RCA. It was like an RCA to 1/4-inch cable that I wanted for my speakers yesterday. It was like $40 at Best Buy, and then on Amazon it was $3. I'm like, which one do I prefer?
I've had scenarios though where you need it that day. Like you don't need it, but you're like, I need to just like say something for the stream. You're like, I want to do this, and it's like to bite the bullet and spend an extra $20 because I can't. So you're right. Same day purchase would. Yeah, I do that too, dude. I do that too. Yeah, I use it for that day or 2 or 3, whatever, however long, and then I just take it back. Yeah.
Or so, like if they refuse to price match, because we were buying a whole bunch of webcams, and I think it was Best Buy, and they're like, nope, we're not going to price match because Amazon had them for like $49 and they were $99. They're like, sure, we'll just buy them here in store and then just take them back in 2 days.
Pretty much how you do it. So with this, you guys, Amazon really did screw the price match, or not the price matching, but the, you know, the pre-order thing, but they also really screwed something that is near and dear to our heart because we all do it. That's with Twitch, you know, they're really yeah, they screwed it, you guys. If you guys don't know, with Amazon Prime, you can connect your account so you get Twitch Prime, and what that does is you don't have to see ads anymore. So when you go into someone's stream, there won't be a 30-second ad before the stream. And I have to tell you, I got Amazon Prime just for that reason, you know, and it was awesome. You know what I mean? It's just like watching a YouTube video without having to watch the ad. But with YouTube, you can usually skip it within 10 seconds, 5 seconds. With usually Twitch, they're usually what, 30-second ads?
Yeah.
And now, even if you have Twitch Prime, you're not going to be able to get that.
Yeah, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, there's a big thing where a bunch of the biggest streamers turned off ads, right? Because they're like, fuck you guys, you can't do this to us. And
well, what they did was they used to run ads. Like if you are a partner, you can run ads. Like, say I'm going to the bathroom, I'll just be like, I'm just going to throw an ad up quick, and you know what I mean, and like get some little bit of cash here and there. What they did was they stopped doing that. They refuse to do that now. And
well, dude,
yeah,
you're paying $100 a year for Amazon, right? Like that's like 900 Canadian dollars a year. But
yeah.
when you do this, it's like, I understand that you're only getting certain benefits, but dude, that $100 translates to way more fucking money because it guarantees you basically brand loyalty to Amazon, right? You're going, hey, I get this and I get it. I'm getting shipping and whatever, so I'm going to use Amazon. If you're gonna start taking shit away from Advantage, people are gonna stop using fucking Amazon Prime because their prices aren't as insane as they used to be. You're still getting good deals on a lot of stuff, right? But you could get those deals on other websites and other like retailers that have similar services to fucking Amazon Prime. And if you're not ordering shit online all the time, it's gonna fucking not, you're gonna, that $100 is going to be negated by other stuff because you're like not ordering as much and you're not doing all this stuff. And man, I don't think this is good for them at all. And it pisses me off.
Well, okay, so you're still gonna get free games. You're still gonna get free perks from it, so like in-game loot and stuff.
I don't care about that.
You
though.
are still gonna get free Twitch Prime sub, which is awesome. I think that would have been a big deal if you didn't get a free Twitch Prime sub anymore. That would have been that would have been crazy. The problem with this is Twitch is saying, Amazon's saying that, you know, with this now, streamers are going to get more money. You know what I mean? Like, because more people are going to watch ads now, right? Here's the problem, you guys, is only partners get ad money, ad revenue. Yep. So not like affiliates aren't getting it. So that's kind of bullshit. Like, that's actually really bullshit. You know, so I just looked at how much I made for my ads this month, and it was nothing. And, you know, like, oh, I'm going to make an extra like $10. Like, I don't really, you know, and yes, I get it. I'm not a big streamer at all or anything, but like, it's still not enough where I would rather my community have no ads and have a better stream than me making $10 extra a month. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care.
Well, like, it's not even about the size because it's all relative. Like, it doesn't really, like, for, let's say, theoretical, if you're making $30 on ads from where you're at right now, but if you grow and you have more subscribers and you're at, you know, if you're at the point where you're making like $5,000 in subs, but you're making like $80 in ads, I would still rather not be making the $80 and my community not have to see the ads. Like, for me, that's just better.
There's like, so it's basically is, if as long as you're not, okay, I don't know if I completely understand what they're doing this. If you're paying someone for a subscription though, does that mean you still have to watch ads?
Yes, I'm pretty positive.
I think, and I was just thinking about this, like, just from coming from a streamer point, like a logistic thing, something that's annoying is, so I get done doing my Twitch stream and I send a host over to Geek, say, when I get to his channel, like
Mm.
it's going to notify him that, I sent all these, 400,000 viewers as normal for my stream, comes to his channel and he gets the raid notification. So now when he's like saying, "Hey, thanks for the raid and stuff," I'm watching an ad now.
Good call. I
So
did
now I have
not
30
even
seconds
think
to
of
where
that.
he's talking to me and I can't respond. And
Uh,
that's fucking annoying.
I mean, we were just talking about last week with Netflix with ads and YouTube doing double
Right,
ads. These motherfuckers are ads are something that we have with the internet. We've gone and invented things like ad blockers and we've subscriptions so we don't have to fucking see these ads. And it doesn't fucking matter. I was telling Saucy, like I have WWE Network and there's ads on that and I'm paying $10 a month for that.
Yeah.
There are ads everywhere. And I'm like, I'm paying you dick bags. And you go, oh, and I'm still gonna throw ads on. And it's like, how much fucking money does Twitch/Amazon make off of subscriptions? They can't not show ads because that doesn't it lowers their fucking profit margin. Motherfucker, you're making so much goddamn money that the people you're gonna shove people off to things like Mixer. You're gonna shove people to other
So
services that are gonna make you watch a fucking ad.
that's one of the things that's happening right now. Like if you go to Reddit, Twitch Reddit, like of course that's like where a lot of angry people go, right? Reddit.
What,
in
on
general.
Reddit? Come
Yeah.
on.
So
No.
there's a lot of people right now. There's a discussion I was looking at last night and I was like, holy shit, people are, I get it that you're angry, I really get it, but them being like, this is the nail in the coffin, Twitch is done, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, stop it. Like I get it.
Everyone
There's
says
other
it about everything.
yeah, everyone, and then everyone had like, you can almost tell where their loyalties at. It's like, oh, Twitch or YouTube Live, this is why YouTube Live is doing so much better and they're gonna be better than Twitch. And then people are saying Mixer, and then some, like, it's like, I get it, guys. Oh, Facebook Live is the best, this is why it shows you Facebook Live's the best. And it's like,
Dude,
okay, I get it.
We didn't even say the most infuriating part of this whole story is Twitch Turbo. We didn't even mention this.
No,
Twitch
what is
Turbo is a subscription that is $8.99 per month, so you don't have to see these ads.
Yeah.
So they are extorting you for $8 and goddamn 99 cents per month. This is such bullshit. It is, you're a free service and you're gonna go in, but you have to watch ads. This is just,
it is a free service though. That's the thing. It is a free service, right? Like that's a huge thing that they have how much broadband connections and everything for all these streamers. There's millions of streamers and it is free. And for you to watch only a 30-second ad, it's not the end of the world. The thing that gets me is that you are paying what originally was like, you know, your Amazon Prime, your Twitch Prime, you know.
Yeah, I think it's more annoying when it is somewhere that you are paying for. Like, if
Yeah.
I subscribe to Geek, one of the benefits for subscribing to a channel is you don't have to watch the ads anymore, and that's a real thing. Like, that's a benefit you get. Like, and that's a reason people would subscribe to you as a streamer. Like, if it's a benefit, and then if they just take that away, that's kind of ass.
I'm looking at this article, the one from Kotaku, and they name someone, a very popular streamer. And
you can say my name, it's okay.
Okay, Saucy Melman. No, and they just like and he's for it. The person, sorry, they are for it. I don't want to say he, but they're for it. And the comments below, man, people are ripping that guy apart. Of course, he's saying that he's selfish. He's always been selfish, and like you should read these. Like, holy crap, man! Like,
people are nice on the internet.
It's crazy. Like, but in the end of the day, this is happening. It sucks.
Yep.
It really sucks. It's something we have to get used to. I think it starts on September 14th, so that's going to be a rough day. I don't know. I'm interested in seeing what this will change.
so
I don't know.
We basically, as a society, have shown over and over again over the last 10, 15 years, we fucking hate commercials, and we've moved away. People don't use real cable anymore. People do these digital things. They go around and fight it, and they jump through fucking hoops so that they don't have to watch through commercials, like I said. And these companies keep going into places like Twitch where they're like, okay, I guess we're gonna find other ways to make you watch fucking commercials, and commercials are just something we're never gonna fully be able to get away from, because they drive revenue, they drive what these companies are like trying to motivate people to buy, and it's just like I know why it happens. It just fucking sucks.
Well, this seems like a really good time for a commercial. So we have a commercial for Pennzoil Motor.
You know what's gonna suck though is when the commercial's like 10 times louder. You know what I mean? Like
That's
you
the-
know,
oh my God,
you
that's my
know they're
biggest
gonna
pet
get
peeve.
that. Oh, it's gonna be
Ah.
brutal.
That's why Saucy Mailman loves Fortnite, because Fortnite ads are always a reasonable
That
volume.
is the number one reason I will not play that game, because their ads are so fucking loud. I know I bitch about this all the time, but I hate it. Like, I'm watching a video and then all of a sudden it's like, no fucking, I'm like, shut up. I don't care about your
Fortnite,
loot boxes.
fuck
10
yeah.
times louder.
The best is gonna be
Speaking
when
about being 10 times louder, should we answer some people's questions?
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should. You're
Okay.
right. We should.
So we let's bring some light to the world, bring some justice to this world. We did a lot of bitching today, but I think it was good bitching because, like I said earlier, every time I'm a bitch, I make $100. So we have some questions from you guys this week. We have a couple that we're gonna answer. At revenue. This is an important one, and I really think we need to answer this question. It comes from Nate Wolf, one of our good listeners, Nate Wolf, and he wants to know, what are your guys' fake porn star names?
So there are multiple ways to give yourself a porn star name. I always was told that the way you did it was to name yourself Rod Johnston, and then that's
a
the
good
perfect
porn name.
star.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a good porn name.
But the second was to name your middle name and the road you grew up on. So in that case, I'm Paul Grafton.
Wait, I just wanted you guys to talk about this quickly. Do you guys know why they started doing stuff like that on Facebook and shit like that?
No.
You know how it's like
clickbait?
no, you know how they were like people are always like, it's your first pet's name and your street you first grew up on.
Oh, is it for security questions?
Yeah.
Yes, that's why it started. That's why all that stuff started, is to get your security questions, so that when
That's funny.
That's crazy. That's pretty tricky, eh? Like,
Yeah, I like that.
yeah, I
That's
do too.
smart.
Okay, anyways, go on. So what would yours be, Rod Johnson, so I can log into your
It's
shit?
Paul Grafton is my
Okay. Mine's
Okay.
a little better because mine is Paul Whirlwind.
Really?
Yeah?
Mine would be
Please say Paul.
Rocco Donald.
Ooh, that's pretty good too.
That's the guy from Boondock Saints. Like the dude Rocco, the one that like
Yeah.
blows the cat up. That was his name. And
See, I didn't know that there was a like a mathematical equation to your porn name, because I was just thinking of stupid porn name puns that went with like video game characters.
Yeah.
So I got my porn name ready.
Yeah.
Are you guys
is
ready
that?
for this? For our younger listeners, please close your ears momentarily. Mine is Vagina Poundmore. It's like Jana Proudmore, but
That's-
Vagina Poundmore.
so I found a website that goes, "What is my porn star name?" And according to my porn website, my porn star name is Fluffy Lips,
Oh,
which is not as good as Fluffy
You
Butt
gotta-
5, but we're almost there.
oh, do I just generate one?
I have always said this. My porn name would be White Chocolate. Always.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I think you would be the Raging Mustache.
Wait, is
and
this a quiz I have to do, or can you just generate something?
the one I found wasn't a quiz. It just took a name. Like, so here.
Oh, okay, here's my name. All right, here we go. Calculating result. Let's see. I'm very curious to see what this is a slow website.
I know it was.
They need
that's
to pay
because
for Comcast's data cap thing.
they do.
Oh, my porn star name, according to this website, is Cherry Fantasy.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Where's this website? Let me pop.
Here, I'll put it in the chat here.
I have to okay, we'll have to push it down then.
There you
so-
go. What is your
Yeah.
porn star? I feel like both these names are very like female porn starry. Like,
I mean, I'm Vagina Poundmore.
I mean, that's your. Dude, I don't even need a porn star name. My parents gave me a porn
Your
star
name is Rod Johnston.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, Okay, the only way my name was more phallic if it was Rod Johnson, and that's
Yeah.
only a minor, like a bit more porny. But
Another one I really
Oh.
liked is another good one is Attila the Hung. I like that.
That was
that's
pretty
another
good.
one.
I'm
And Geek said-
cherry
yeah.
melons. I'm cherry
Oh,
melons.
dude. Cherry Melons and Cherry Fantasy together at
Yeah.
last.
So
We're the
bad.
best.
Well, hopefully that answers your question, Nate Wolf. You can go about your week knowing all about Cherry Melon, Cherry Fantasy. What was yours? Yours was Fluffy something.
Fluffy something.
Bonbons.
Fluffy. It was here. I went back to send it out. It was Fluffy something.
You can be Cherry something. What do you want to be? Cherry
Taint.
Cherry Taint.
Cherry
So
taint
that's
tastes-
the three Cherry Bros.
tastes so
That's our-
sweet.
Like we'd do like gangbangs together, and like, and now I'm my porn star name is Raunchy Fetish. I feel like these things are like they're not very like scientific, because if I gave it the same name twice and I got different porn star names, it seems a little fishy to me. Even though I think Raunchy Fetish is like a really bad porn star name, but
I think that this website's cheating because I spent a lot of time out of my life to think of really good porn star names, Vagina Poundmore and Attila the Hung, and then you guys just get to click a generator and be Cherry Melons. That's just not fair.
This is how Childish Gambino got his name, Donald Glover. He was on this is a true story. Childish Gambino got his name from is it not NWA? It was who's Ghostface Killer and stuff. Who's
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, Wu-Tang. It was
Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
He was on a Wu-Tang rap name generator, and Childish Gambino was the name he got, and he stuck with it. It's pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I like
it's pretty
that.
cool.
That's a good story.
Well, we have one more question we're going to get to. This is from one of my viewers, Lavender Wolf. They want to know, do you think gamers these days are getting healthier? They say, I remember when I was younger, it was always a stereotype that gamers just ate Doritos and Mountain Dew, but now I see more and more gamers eating healthier. Do you think that this is an accurate stereotype?
I think they are getting healthier. I think as a country we're getting healthier a lot of times, but dude, there's a lot of, I mean, America is known nowadays for being fucking fat as shit. Like there's like more and more kids that are like obese. So there's lots of things, man. You know, all these Twitch streamers now, they have that fucking thing where like, how much water should you have had during your
None.
stream?
Hydrobot.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And it's like, so that kind of stuff exists, but man, we are as a country getting fat. As Saucy has a big gulp of water. Like I think as a society, like especially in America, we're getting God.
That's good.
Guzzle that water. Oh, but I think that there are a bunch of streamers that are getting healthier. Like I think you end up being like more productive and more like you could stream better and you can like have more people like enjoying your stream if you're like active and like you're not just sitting there and like not making any, not moving at all. Jesus Christ, what are you two doing? You're like both drinking water and like just making complete mess.
Just
over
hydrating,
there?
brah. Just hydrating.
Yeah,
I think
trying to say hydrate. Hydrobot just popped up and said, "Drink that watt."
I think Rod, you hit the nail on the head. I think with playing with streaming, let's say with streaming, guys. Before you could just like shut off your brain and play video games, and now you have to interact. You have to know a whole bunch of stuff. So it takes a lot more energy than what you used to have to do. So I think if you're healthy, it goes a long way. Like it really helps you mentally, physically for those long stream sessions and trying to stay upbeat, trying to stay positive. And I think also the other thing is there's a lot of type of people that are playing more games that wouldn't be. There's a lot of streamers that wouldn't spend this much time playing video games if they weren't streamers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, does that make sense? So I think, and they're just healthy by nature also. So I think that really does bring in a positive, healthy kind of atmosphere to Twitch.
Dude, our friend that like we all know, the Cantaloupe, that dude looks like a male model who he's always like at
No,
the
he
gym
is a
before
male model.
streams.
Yeah.
He is
I
a
mean,
male model.
I wouldn't be surprised. That
Yeah.
dude is just like there's I don't know if there's anything that dude isn't good at. Like he's like he can sing his ass off, but like man, it is like that guy is in awesome shape, and there's lots of us streamers that are in awesome shape, and it's
Like me.
I mean,
Mhm.
I told Saucy the other day I ran a mile and a half. Like that's more than I've run my entire life.
Yeah, it's a true story. I was just thinking about this. So I mean, I try to eat well most of the time, but then I also just eat like complete garbage bullshit. I mean, I had McDonald's last night, so I can't speak too much. But I was thinking about like all the esports teams. Now them becoming more. What's I don't want to say standardized, but
They have
it's becoming like a
nutritionists,
thing.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
streamlined.
seeing all
They're
these
more
stream houses and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, they get like catered meals and they like eat well and like they work out. Um, I think it is becoming more like now that this is becoming an industry and this is a thing. I think it's something that more people are getting.
I think
of.
also with with you saying how our generation is like looking more like there's been so many studies now that are showing how important eating healthy and going to the gym it is. Like if you look back in the day when baseball players were off season, like Mickey Mantle and all of them, and they still smoked, you know what I mean? Like they would never do training. And I was watching a documentary on hockey players, and after hockey season, it was like you're done. You get to go play golf and just you get to go with your family and you get to be a slob for a bit, and then you get back in the season. But because it's so much more competitive every year, like the kids are getting better and better, and like everything's getting tough here. You have to be training constantly, even in the off season now. So I think and especially now that I think more people than ever are playing games, which means more people, there's more there's more you have to find a way to get a little bit better than everyone. And if that's you working out an hour a day just to get an edge on someone mentally and physically, then it's good for you.
Do you guys like a Mountain Dew and Doritos?
I'm not a Mountain Dew fan, but I love Doritos.
Dude, I had so much Mountain Dew when I was a kid that like I loved it. But now as an adult, I'm like, that shit is just like I have one soda and I'm like, fuck. I just like feel like if I'm gonna have calories when I'm drinking, there better be alcohol involved.
Wait, Mountain Dew doesn't have alcohol in it?
No,
not
man. Usually.
I think I was never a Mountain Dew guy. Remember Jolt when you were a kid and you're like,
yeah.
oh, get that Jolt that has so much caffeine, we'll be ready.
Surge.
Liked Surge. Yeah, I like Dr. Pepper. That's my go-to if I get to.
My problem was that I was undiagnosed ADHD until like in my early 30s. And so how I survived a lot of my life was massive amounts of caffeine, like all the time. I mean, coffee, Mountain Dew, all this shit. And it was the only reason I even got through anything was like massive amounts of caffeine. So that meant when I was in high school and college, I drank a lot of fucking Mountain Dew. I drank a lot of like coffee. And then when I became an adult, it was coffee and energy drinks. And I've slowed down on that a little bit because of my Adderall and whatever. But man, that helped me get through a lot of my life.
I just had these potato chips. They're mozzarella sticks, like flavored. Have you seen those? The Lay's like mozzarella sticks ones?
No, what are they? What are they?
They're delicious, is what they are. They taste like mozzarella sticks. They're so
dude.
good.
They had chicken and waffle ones a little while back. They were like the Create flavor ones.
Yeah.
Those were so good.
Yeah.
This is something though, like even though we're talking about how people are getting healthier and healthier, you still do see people smashing down G2 energy drink powder stuff,
putting it in their eyes.
Yeah, I used to call that stuff like when I was doing when I was working out heavily and you'd have pre-workout. It was insane what it would do to your body. Like, it's insane. We used to call it rave music for your mouth because you would just be like jacked. Like, I've never felt that jacked before. It is amazing until like you like realize you're addicted to it. Every time you work out, you need to get that rave music in your mouth. because you can't get jacked enough.
I could
And then
get addicted to rave music in my mouth.
you honestly, it's insane. And if you look at like what's in it, you're like, I can't say any of this stuff, and I don't know what any of this stuff is. You know, like you're like, I don't know.
Cycloretalapine.
Yeah, you're like, sounds okay. Sounds like it's good.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a thing I should put in my body. Fuck it. Juicy psych melon flavor.
Yeah.
There's this Denver sports guy that I follow on Twitter, and like he follows
say
the
my name.
Broncos. I mean, Saucy Mailman, the sports guy. This guy, he's like in his late 30s. He might be in his 40s now, and he told a story like he was in his mid 30s and he had a heart attack because he was drinking like 5 Monsters a day. Like he was drinking so much fucking energy drinks that like he literally had a heart attack, and he's like, that shit's not good.
It's not.
Well, I was always thinking about there has to be a book coming out soon for our generation that is like talks about energy drinks and how destructive they are and stuff. Like there has to be one coming out soon, right? I know someone that drinks like 2 or 3 Monsters a day, and it's just like, holy shit. Like that must do some long-term bad juju to your body, you know?
Oh, that's our new energy drink we should create.
Bad juju.
Yeah. That was a game. That was a gun in Destiny, right? Yeah.
Was
Bad
it?
juju.
Yeah, really?
It was the pulse rifle.
We have a new we have our show's name for the week, Bad Juju energy drink.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Destiny is it was like one of my favorite guns because you had to get it from a quest line that randomly dropped. You couldn't get it any other way.
Okay.
It was pretty sick. But I digress. Someone tell us why you don't have any money this week. Why are you so freaking broke?
Rod, you were excited about this one.
I will tell you, this is the best thing ever. It is a rideable Disney Princess Pink carriage. This is $499. Make your little princess feel like real life royalty with this rideable Disney Princess Pink carriage. This lovely rechargeable ride-on can comfortably seat 2 and is decorated in a lively style reminiscent of Cinderella's magical horse-drawn carriage. This is like, and you guys, I hope someone does this and puts it in the video. Like, is like Photoshop me and Saucy's heads on these.
How fast is this thing?
I don't know.
Did you guys ever have these these when you were a kid? Did either of you have these? No.
Yeah, I had one of those it was like a little mini ATV, like a little battery one.
You got one. I never had one. I was always jealous of the people that had one of these.
I mean, I stole it from my neighborhood kid. I punched him in the face, broke his leg with a wrench, and took his. But that shit was dank.
Grand Theft Saucy.
You have to think of how throwawayable this is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's good for your kid for like 4 years tops. And then it's just
like
disposable. Yeah, it is true though. You know what I mean? Like it's so true. A month.
Dude, I want to put a speaker system in this thing and just play like NWA like rolling down the street with this.
You mean,
what if this thing's like hella fast? It'll probably be like 40 miles an hour.
No, it can't be. It can't be. Let's check it out.
Dude, can we put it on
no.
Hey,
not on there.
Hey Geeks, can we put it on Pimp My Zamboni, and then you could put like a Ferrari engine in it, and like
I wonder what you could do. Like, it'd be pretty funny to try to fit your ass in there and
it's got customer reviews.
Does it?
Oh my.
The first one's review title is "Not having kids didn't stop me from buying the princess carriage." And the picture is this chick. She's this like 40-year-old woman in it, just like cruising with her tiara. This is dope. Oh yeah.
This is the best toy ever.
Oh, you need to add. Oh, it said that you need 2 AA batteries. I'm like, is this thing shit run on that? But it's for the steering wheel horn.
Oh, okay. You ever see the South Park where Kenny was trying to get away from, or was trying to get Cartman away from the cops, and he's like going to Mexico in the little toy Bronco, and it's like the O.J. Simpson chase sequence.
Oh no,
and then it runs out of batteries right by the Mexican border.
This thing has a lot of good reviews, so maybe Rod, it's not a bad investment for you.
It's only $499. I mean, I don't know. Or 2 of them or 3 of them. I mean, just shit, dude. This thing is the definition of pimp.
I love Amazon reviews. The last review is a reply to the first review, and it's titled, "My review is for the nut job woman who posted." It said, "My review is for the nut job woman who posted a review with pics attached of her big ass adult ass driving this thing. What is wrong with you?" It's so good.
Oh, this is the best.
I
Oh,
love it.
oh, oh.
You know
Well,
what else
shit,
they
guys,
should love?
that
They
was
should
good.
also love some of our links here for Geekade, I think, guys.
Oh, that
See
was
what
a
I
good
did there?
segue.
See what I did
Give
there?
this
It
man a
was-
raise.
Yeah, it was really, really stuttery and shitty, but I did it. I did it.
Dude, that's why we keep you on. Because you're really stuttery and shitty. Where can people
Run,
find us?
Forrest,
Where can people find us,
run.
Geek Day?
Pardon?
Tell people about where we are and stuff.
Oh yeah, you can find us on YouTube under Geekade Podcast. We're now on Spotify under. You know what? I have to tell you guys, it's really hard to find us on Spotify. I have to tell you
Yeah.
guys. We have to talk
Because
about
we
that.
need to become bigger than NWA, which is coming soon.
Yeah, I guess so. So you can find us on Twitter at Geekade Podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Geekade Podcast, also there. And I would love for you guys to email us some more questions for next week. And that's at Geekade Podcast. Or wait, where is it? It's Geekade Podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah.
So tell us some of that stuff. And Saucy, let's do you first this week. Where can people find you?
Oh shit. So my name is Saucy Mailman. You can find me on the internet on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all those places. I'm just Saucy Mailman. So if you do a search, if you type in the word Saucy Mailman, you'll find me. Where are you, Rod?
Mostly I'm on Pornhub, but also you can find me on Twitter at Rod_Johnston. You could find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Rod_Johnston. You could find me in various other podcasts, which include my Hearthstone podcast, Tier 5, a Hearthstone podcast, and my Overwatch podcast, which is called Enter the Iris, an Overwatch podcast. So I'm all over the fucking place.
I'm thinking of changing my Twitter name now to Vagina Poundmore.
We're doing other podcasts. Guys, my name is Geeksay. You can find me under twitch.tv/Geeksay. You can find me on YouTube under Geeksay, my channel there. And you can also find me on twitter.com/Geeksay, but with an extra H. And if we're pimping our other podcasts, I do another podcast called Creator Investigator. It's where I interview other streamers and ask them how they got to where they are.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna pimp my other podcast too. I have this other podcast. It's called Geekade Sucks Shit. It's this other one that I do on YouTube.
No, don't lie, Saucy. You
What?
and Andrew have the Ribs podcast that is like really big and banging right now.
We're getting that. Yeah, we're launching this Rib podcast. Geeksay and myself are doing this new podcast called You Can't Lose Stars at This Rank, where we just criticize Rod's play mistakes on camera.
Good. It's so good. I love
well, guys,
that
thank
idea.
you so much for listening to us ramble and be salty and talk about dumb shit. And we love you guys so much.
Thank you guys so
We'll see
much.
you all